Hey everybody, welcome back to Everyday Barbecue. My name is Mike, and today I'm going to show you how I do my own personal recipe for Pico De Gallo with a little twist that I learned from Chef Carl a few months ago. Coming up right now. Alright, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, commenting, any of those things that help the channel and make YouTube think that people like us. Alright, let's get into this recipe. Now there's a lot of Pico De Gallo recipes out there. Some are very complex, believe it or not, even though it's supposed to be simple, and some are uber simple. Mine's more towards the simple end of that. So for my Pico De Gallo, I use tomato, jalapeno, cilantro, green onion, lime juice, fresh garlic, red onion, and you can use red, you can use yellow, you can use Spanish onion, whatever you like. I like the red, I like that sharp onion taste. And then I've got some balsamic vinaigrette dressing here, which is what we finished this whole thing off with. Now I know it sounds weird, but just bear with me. I learned this from Chef Carl, which by the way, if you haven't subscribed to Chef Carl's channel yet, I'm going to put a link in the iCard above here. Please go over there, show him some love. Now the last thing that you're going to need is a good container. Pico De Gallo is good about 24 hours or so after you make it. So you can cut it up and you can eat it instantly, but if you really want that best flavor, you want to let it rest for about 24 hours. This is a container that CAMBRO Manufacturing sent me, and I'm super impressed with this. I had some peppers in here that I forgot about for about a week and found them in the fridge. I opened up the container and ate some of those peppers, and it was like they were cut 5 minutes ago. I have to say I'm really impressed with that. I'll put a link down in the description so you can read more about it. But any container will do. The better sealed container, the better off you are. I'm going to use this, but use what you have on hand. Okay, let's start getting this stuff cut up and put together. Now when I do pico, I'm wearing gloves on both hands. It's really important to keep this fresh and clean. We're going to start with our tomatoes. I've got this little thing called a tomato shark. Actually, this is another thing that Chef Carl turned me on to, but this is going to help you to reduce waste. So you're basically just going to go ahead, move this around the top of the tomato, and this is just for waste here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these done. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cut these right in half. Once they're cut in half, we're just going to scrape out the insides. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of those done. Okay, all these tomatoes are ready to go. And by the way, I washed all these veggies with cold water before I started this video, if I forgot to mention that. So now I'm just going to show you how I do this, to how I chop this up. It's very simple, and then I'll do the rest off camera. But you're just going to basically make thin slices here. Now once you have those sliced, just come across and make some nice even cuts. We're going to start loading these into our CAMBRO here. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these done. So there's our beautiful tomatoes. Let's do the onion next. I'm just going to cut off both ends. Cut it in half. Now we're going to peel it. Now from here what I'm going to do is make one cut right here. Just right down the middle. Very carefully. And I'm not going to go all the way to the end. I'm going to get very close to the end. Now, without cutting all the way to the end, we're just going to make some thin slices here. And we're going to go along the shape of the onion. And we're going to go close to the edge, but not all the way to the edge. Ooh, them are some strong onions. Now we can come straight across here, and we're going to get our nice dice. Those are beautiful. Alright, we've got enough onion now with that whole onion. So this looks really good. We're just going to get it mixed up. Okay, tomato done, onto the jalapeno. Cut off the end. Make a cut down the middle. Now that you have it cut open, there's a couple different ways you can go. You can scrape out the insides here with a tomato shark that I showed you, and I'll show you one. Just like this. Everything comes out very easily. And you're left with that. Or you can leave the insides if you want more heat. Now we have guests coming over for dinner tonight, and I know they don't like a lot of heat, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the guts from both of these jalapenos. And then this is going to be the same thing like the tomato. We're just going to slice this into strips, so just like that, and then come across here. Okay, onto our garlic. I like a lot of garlic. I'm just going to put it under the knife, pop that. Makes it very easy to skin when you do that. And now from here, just want to cut it up, give it a little chop. And we'll do another one. So for those of you keeping score, that's 2 huge cloves of garlic. Now I just want a little bit of green onion in here just for color and taste, but not much. So I'm gonna just take, so it's probably gonna end up being about a tablespoon. And for those of you keeping score, once again, I used about 2 pounds of tomatoes, 1 large red onion, 2 large cloves of garlic, and that's where I'm at so far. Now let's just go ahead and chop these nice and fine. Green onion going in. Now just about a handful of cilantro for this. Now with my cilantro, I like to make it as fine as I can, so I kind of bunch it together. Now we'll gather it up, mix it, do the same thing. Now we're just going to kind of go across. Cilantro going in. Now when I edit this video, if it seems like it's going through quick, it's because I'm trying to just save you time. Hopefully you'll have understood everything that I did. But if you have any questions, all you have to do is comment down below or send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Just look at how beautiful that is. Look at those nice colors. The smells coming out of here already are just incredible. Now for the lime juice, I have another little gadget here that Chef Carl turned me on to. So you're just going to cut your lime in half, and you're simply going to rotate it on here, and it is going to catch the juice down below. And we're going to use the juice from 1 lime today. One important thing about Pico is that a lot of times you won't know how much more of anything you need in terms of like salt, pepper, or lime juice until the day after. So do a quick taste test when you're done, but then do another taste test before you serve it, and add anything that you might need at that time. Now we got almost 2 tablespoons of lime juice out of that 1 lime. So now we're just going to go ahead, pour it in here. I'm going to stir in that lime juice. Next, I'm going to salt and pepper to taste. Like I told you before, it's kind of hard to tell how much salt or pepper you need until it's sat for about a day. Try to go a little lighter on the salt the first time, because you can always add, but you can't take away. So I'm just going to eyeball this here. And I like the coarse black pepper. Just feel like there's more flavor, and I love the snap in the bite. Last but not least, this is just a balsamic vinaigrette dressing. And I'm just going to go ahead, put that in there, and give this a good mix. And there you go. Now I'm going to give it a quick taste just to see about salt and pepper and everything else. Alright, that's uber good. I'm going to let this sit in the container in the refrigerator overnight. I might have to add a little bit more salt tomorrow, but like I said, I'm going to wait till tomorrow to add that salt, because I don't want it to be too salty if it sits overnight and everything starts to blend together. So that's it. Please like this video, comment below, let me know what you think of my recipe. If there's things you'd like to see in here that I don't have, or things that you see in here that you don't want, let me know what your Pico De Gallo recipe is. Take care. Till next time, I'll see you on the next episode.